So what did MLK really mean in his I have a dream speech? When he says things like, I have a dream that one day my 4 children will be able to live in a world where they're not judged by the color of the skin, but the content of the character. How do we really dissect that, and how do we really work hard to carry out Martin Luther King's dream? Now, through history, there's all kinds of civil rights movements and activists that worked really hard to carry out Martin Luther King's vision for what he wanted to see in America, even long after he died up till today. But what's really the answer? Because we seem to have a bit of a problem solving the issue of racism. Okay, what I would say to that is we missed a very important piece of his speech, or at least there's some insight that I feel like if Martin Luther King never died, was never killed, he would have eventually got around to pointing out this insight. It's going to be impossible to make Martin Luther King's dream come true, and it's not true today. It's still not happening as far as what I see. But we can't have other people willingly judge us just by our character and not the color of our skin if people of color aren't even willing to judge themselves by the content of the character and opposed to the color of the skin. What I mean by that is when someone says, I think the system is holding me down, I think I'm not able to get the job I want, I'm not able to be respected by authority like I want, I'm not able to get the pay that I want because of the color of my skin. When someone says that, they're placing judgment on themselves based on the color of the skin, even if it's coming from a victim mentality. What we need to do is move forward from that, not be the victim, but the victor, and really shed some light into our own situation as well as the situation of other people around us, and take some personal responsibility for our actions. We can do better as people. We can work on ourselves and improve ourselves and not be held down by this false reality of systemic racism. Because that reality doesn't exist. That's something that we've created as human beings within our minds and have validated it through various incidences in the world that we see. When the real issue is, to be honest with you, a lack of morality, and a lack of character, and a lack of common sense. And that's what I stand for. I'm a common sense warrior. I'm not a social justice warrior. I can care less about that. It's about upholding common sense and finding common ground with people with the truth and not dividing them with lies. So I truly believe that the civil rights movement later on started to get things wrong, because they took Martin Luther King's words after he died and twisted them to mean that the fight is for equality, in a sense that we want to be treated equally. Well, we're never all going to be treated equally, but we are equal in the sense of the law, and we all have the same opportunity no matter what color we are. So I think it's time to come to that realization and face that and take advantage of the opportunities that we have. And that brought me to a point where I was like, okay, well, we have current president in office, President Trump. We have this leadership, which I won't give an opinion about at this time, but in 2024, when he's done with presidency, who are we going to put in office next to really help carry out Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy and carry out his dream and mission? Well, I personally would recommend either Jesse Lee Peterson, which I talk about him in my last video, or honestly, as cruel and cold as he can come off to be, Ben Shapiro, I believe you pronounce his last name. Both people I mentioned are both conservatives, yes, but they are amazing people. They really bring light and truth to the situation. And most importantly, they help us move forward and grow as a people. A lot of people don't see it that way. They think that they're the exact opposite of progressive. But a lot of things they say is honestly the most progressive things that I've ever heard in my life. And I would love to share those people with you. If you don't know who they are, I'll try to leave some links at the bottom. If I forget to do that, just leave a comment and let me know. But just make sure you comment, share, and subscribe to my channel as well to get the latest updates on my videos.